Alright, we've got the next Thaumaturge quest. The Threat of Paucity. Paucity is not a word that I ever remember hearing before. And I'll be honest, when I did job quests and such on my other characters, I really didn't read anything. I just did it. I wanted to level as fast as possible. So everything in these is entirely new to me. So if I'm getting a kick out of some dialogue, it's the first time I've heard it. Hopefully you enjoy these too. But Kokobuki, level 10, the Threat of Paucity. We are in the Thaumaturge's Guild in Ulda. I wanted to say Gulda for some reason. It's Ulda. Here we go. Yes, Mercy, yes. The aura of power surrounding you is palpable. The glare begins to blind my Thaumaturge's eye. Your lesson today shall be taught by Kokobani. Go to him and hear from him. And hear from the chapter entitled "The Threat of Paucity." So we approach the brother Kokobani. So Mercy, you have come to learn at the foot of the third eldest brother, have you? I promise you, however, your education shall not be third-rate. Let us read from the second chapter, shall we? Are you settled? No last-moment trips to the privy? Very well. The Threat of Paucity. Ah, how magnificent the ruthless power we wield! Flame devours, ice entombs, and lightning courses through the stricken bodies of our foes. But, oh, such desperation when the wellspring runs dry. Flame sputters out, ice melts into slush, and lightning sparks no longer. Know you this threat, and mind you the limits of your mortal vessel. A terrifying thought, isn't it? A thaumaturge who has exhausted her arcane reserves is naught but a woman with a stick and a funny hat. For we mages, you may as well equate the etheric energy flowing through our veins with our very lifeblood. Should a battle find us lacking in this precious resource, we are as good as dead. Controlling the expenditure of your power requires an understanding of etheric balance. The scales can tip in one of two directions, astrally or umbrally. When your mind and spirit lean in an umbral direction, your thaumaturgy is affected by a state known as umbral ice. The potency of your spells is diminished, but they also require less energy to invoke. On the other hand, a thaumaturge in the astral fire state will find the potency of her incantations enhanced, but at a greater cost to her etheric stamina. Now, with the concepts of etheric balance and efficient casting foremost in your mind, I bid you go forth and slay 8 Fs. Pray, do your best to stay alive. It reflects badly on me when the mauled corpse of one of my pupils is returned to the ossuary. Yeah, I suppose it would. And he's just talking about the thaumaturge / black mage balance of being in ice mode versus fire mode. It's different. Okay, I don't remember the first levels when I originally did black mage stuff. I'm gonna take this little teleport here. 135, well worth it. So we're gonna teleport to Central Phanelin, just straight from here. Don't even need to use the Aetherite network in Ulda. I don't know if this will change back to what I remember it to be, but I don't remember while you're in umbral ice. I do not remember ice spells specifically replenishing your MP per spellcast. It seems they have changed that. I don't believe that was ever the case. Umbral Ice put you into a state where your MP regeneration naturally was just skyrocketed. You had level 1 and you had level 2 as far as I remember. I don't think there was a 3, but there could have been, I don't know. So yeah, that's different for me. We also have a hunt log. Are we doing... We got some monsters in Central we can take care of, but I'll probably do that just on my own. I did it on my own last time. Alright, let's start with fire. Free thunder. We can keep going with fire. Got plenty of mana still for 2 more casts. And then we do ice. I'm still not sure it's better to do ice instead of... No, I didn't do that. That's a waste. Oh well. I need 6 more. We'll get some mana back with ice here. I think I gotta do 2 more casts with capped. I didn't know do that. We'll let lightning finish him off. There was also a timer on Umbral fire versus ice back when I actually leveled my Black Mage shot, and I don't see a timer anymore. I don't currently know if switching to ice is the right thing, but it gives me a free lightning, so maybe it is. I think the ice also does more damage. Another free lightning, I probably didn't do that. The fire damage was way better, like 1.5 times better maybe. When you're in fire, you do not regenerate mana. Yeah, and there's no timer on it. It just seems like you're in fire state until you don't want to be anymore. I think for damage purposes, it's probably better to switch to do this transpose, to switch to ice before doing the first ice spell, and also gives me a free thunder to start these out. The ice spell also did better damage doing it that way. Benefit of a free spell that way though. It's the only thing I think you really need to pay attention to if you're gonna do it that way. Yeah, we'll just teleport back. Save time. 135 guild to teleport back to Ul'dah. We'll take the Ethernet network after that. Be brown like blue, I can hurt you with fire. Probably been a long time since to hear that song, huh? I'm sorry. My bad. Every once in a while it gets in the head. Wind up, Emmerich, you have protected me for long enough. Minion roulette gives me buffalo calf. I think it's been long enough, okay. Return to Kokobani. Aha! You arrived before me, upright and breathing. Wonderful! It is so much simpler to pose questions to a student without having to resort to necromantic divination. Tell me, Mercy, what action would you take if you found your thaumaturgical endurance exhausted in the midst of battle? My options are flee or brandish my scepter as a club. I'm gonna go with flee. Oh, most practical indeed. A discreet withdrawal to await the replenishment of your energies is a sound strategy, but should there be nowhere left to run, a vial of ether can be your stoutest ally. Ah, ether, the drought of the gods. We thaumaturges, indeed any who practice the arts of arcane manipulation, value this substance above all others. Thus, it was with unbridled fury that we received the most recent report of beastman activity. It seems an Amal Jah raiding party has attacked a caravan on the trade routes and made off with an entire crate of precious ether. The time has come for you to put your new knowledge to the test. Annihilate these Amal Jah bandits and retrieve the cargo of ether-filled vials. According to the report, their armored war transport was last spotted to the south of Drybone. One minute here, please. It'd be funny if my microphone could pick up on my growling stomach. It's growling like an idiot, though. I don't need food right now. It's stupid. You hear that, stomach? You're dumb. How you doing, Chaucy? You comfy down there? No comfy puppers? I don't know how old I was when this happened. I think it was only the last few years. Maybe it started. Well, no, I don't know. But I used to give dogs scratches, pets, etc., with no regard whatsoever to like washing my hands afterwards, which could be bad on me all along, or it could be perfectly normal. I don't know. But I know that ever since I lived with a cat, and I'm allergic to cats, but for some reason this cat, either we cleaned well enough in that apartment, or the cat just no. If I was to pet the cat and then touch my eyes, I would have a problem. So I got used to washing my hands after petting the cat, and I liked giving the cat scratches. It was nice. She enjoyed it as well. It was a nice bonding experience, you know. But ever since then, and possibly before then, I don't remember for sure, I've been giving this dog scratches, which she loves, but I have to wash my hands afterwards, or at least rinse them quite well in preferably warm or hotter water. However, I just bought these, I bought a 4-pack of scratchers, not like, lottery scratchers, but handheld scratching devices on an extendable metal pole thing, and I think she likes it. She'd probably prefer the real thing, but it works to scratch my back. I use different ones for me and her, just in case that's a problem, but anyway, it was a weird digression. And I believe Kokobuki has an additional request. While you are busy incinerating a Malja, be sure to collect some samples of their blood, assuming you can draw any from their smoking remains. We will once again just teleport where we need to go. 196 to teleport to Camp Drybone, and that is probably with my, free company's teleportation reduction rates. Reduction in the rates of teleportation, blah, blah. Did I click? Okay, so did I click the right thing? Mountain that gives me a dragon. I can't go. Guess I can't go up higher. Alright, we have an armored war transport that seems to be idle, but that could just be what they needed to do to make this work. We have a purple roiling spot where we will make an encounter happen. 2 of them. Okay. Can. Cast of this to get my mana back almost all the way. Oh! That did a lot of damage, didn't it? Cool. Level 11. What do we get? Nothing? Cool, it's fine. And then we'll click on the Armored War Transport again, I think, to collect their blood. Yeah. And then teleport. I wish I could just teleport straight to the Thaumaturge's guild, but I gotta go 196 for the main Aetherite. And then Aetherite up in this biatch. Over to the Thaumaturge guild Aether port net thing. Oh, do I have any more gear? Do I have any level 11 stuff? I do. I got some hands here. Gonna throw some hands. That also means I'm gonna put these hands out to pasture. I don't want any more stuff in my frickin'. I cleaned up headgear. Yeah, I cleaned up headgear pretty strongly yesterday. I put a few things into my wardrobe. I think that's what it's called. Or glamour wardrobe. I don't know what it's called. I haven't used it a lot, but I've started to use it to clean these things up. My hand gear is probably next on the list, followed very closely by chest. When it comes to earrings, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. but I am planning on doing several other jobs concurrently with this one, and I've already got Gunbreaker going. I think I'm gonna do Machinist for my first. Yeah, probably, because I already got Dancer up high enough on another character, and I like it, but it's like, eh. I haven't done Machinist very high, so I'm going to do that for a ranged physical option. And then I'm deciding between Reaper, which I haven't done at all, or Thief, which leads to Ninja, which is very fun. Ninja is complicated, but it's also fun in its complication. At least it was years ago when I actually did it. It's been a long time since I've done that. But this job is my second magical range DPS, with Red Mage being my primary. And then Gunbreaker is my second tank. I've already got 2 healers, so I might not do a healer for a while. And I like Dancer more than I like Bard, so I'll probably do that if I choose another physical range DPS, but we'll see. I'll probably have enough to keep me busy. But at some point in time, you run out of job quests. I don't know what that point is. I feel like at like level 70-ish was when they stopped, but it could have been 80. I don't know. Anyway, cool. Well, sorry. We'll turn this in with Kokobani. Do I detect the scent of ether? And I trust that stench is Amalja blood? We'll hand over the ether crate and 2 vials of Amalja blood. Cutscene. Oh, 10 vials? 20? 30? The sight of so much ether is just so very comforting. Kokobuki walks over. What have we here, Kokobani? Is this the crate that was stolen? I see Mercy's lessons have had the desired effect. I will assume the vile, viscous liquid you have there is beastman blood. Kokobusi should be pleased. Kokobusi runs up. Kokobuki, you left word for me to visit the ossuary. Have you finally decided to begin my training in Thaumaturgy? Ah, Kokobusi, the brother who has been denied Thaumaturgy training up until now. Good of you to come. Mercy here was kind enough to obtain a supply of Amalja blood for you. An alchemist acquaintance of mine explained how you had been using the substance in your research to create a mana-amplifying elixir. Naturally, we are most interested in the results of such experiments. So you see, Busi, your work as an alchemist already puts you in a position to work alongside us. You needn't become a thaumaturge to be part of our family. That's right, Busi. Besides, the battlefield is a dangerous place, and our skills are not exactly suited to keeping others safe from harm. I see. This is but another attempt to dissuade me from pursuing my true calling. I do not want to cheer you on from the safety of my workbench. I want to fight at your side. But, Busi, we just cannot stand the thought of you being harmed. Pray do not do anything foolish. I do apologize, brother. Sometimes I forget how difficult it must be not having a natural aptitude for the arcane arts. As I mentioned before, Mercy, Kokobusi is dangerously unsuited to the wielding of thaumaturgy. Even with the proper training, he'd be unable to cast magics as we can. Were he to attempt to force a manifestation of power, the strain on his etheric reserves would likely kill him. But let us not dwell on this unpleasant circumstance. For you, on the other hand, are brimming with thaumaturgic potential. Remain diligent in your studies and do not cease in your efforts to expand your wellspring of power. And Kokobuki walks off. Kokobusi looks deterred and despondent. We get a level 9. Weird that it'd be level 9. Oh, item level 9. But no, it's a level 10 quest. Why would you give me a level 9 scepter? That's dumb. It's also probably not better than what I currently have, so... and then our choice of... I just put on new... Okay, hold on. They need to fix this. Okay, so... I don't think equipping a new... No, yeah, so Hands are currently intelligence 1. Legs intelligence 2. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna do the scepter either, so like none of these are good. I'm just gonna choose the Gil. I don't care. It's fine. 100 Gil. Yay. And that was the threat of Paucity. I guess Paucity is... Let's look it up. Let's do it. Let's do it, okay? The presence of something only in small or insufficient quantities or amounts. Also scarcity. Interesting. So they're talking about the paucity of ether. Okay. Did they say that and I missed it? Anyway. Cool. That was fun. The next quest will be level 15. So 4 levels away. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you soon. I'm gonna do, if you're just watching these randomly or in order of when they come out, I'm gonna start on Machinist for sure. I'm gonna do that next. I'm gonna do that like right now. I will see you for whatever you tune into next. Bye bye for now.